What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, November 5th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. I hope you had a great week. I hope you had a good new moon. I hope that all the right passionate energy is finding you right now so that the biggest transformations can be made for what really makes you the most happy, what makes you feel the most connected, and the most in your truth from a soul perspective. Let's look here. We got quite the day in the astrology. Not only do we have the sun and the moon in Scorpio coming off new moon energy, we're going to have the sun at 13 degrees, which does make a 4. So where we just saw, intensity get blown up big time. Now we have sort of this breakdown to break through kind of day. Very Uranian energy as we are finishing up the opposition to Uranus. And that new moon that opposed it, that we are going to be dealing with for this whole lunation. But yeah, today, it's a shift. Today's like, whoa. Like yesterday was whoa, and today's like, oh wow, this is really happening kind of energy in our lives. And I think that we have to kind of be accepting of maybe not having it all figured out, but still trusting our gut and still, really letting our intuition guide us. We do have the moon square with Jupiter, and it will start off the day with a trine to Neptune. It's definitely an emotionally sensitive day because I think we're really seeing where deeper, passionate avenues lie, and we have to make, powerful emotional decisions to open up to these extended possibilities and these connections in our life. What does your soul really believe in right now, and is it taking you into the future? And if it is, I think we can be channeling some really positive direction here as Venus finishes up in Sag, and then Venus comes into Capricorn, where it's like, wow, we could have had so many beliefs and like a positive mindset about where everything was going with the Libra energy and coming out of a Libra lunation. And now it's like, wow, things just got way more intense and way more, real when it comes to relationships. And Venus is going to be here till March. It's like 5 months of Venus in Capricorn in a retrograde. So get used to Venus in Capricorn. She's moving in. She's staying at the Airbnb in Saturn's world for a little while. And this does bring a seriousness to relating and planning and practicality. But, it's about people being on an ambitious path together and really having strong structure so that we can rebuild these things or these aspects of relating or this aspect of relating to yourself and be strong. But we got to show up for people too. And that's one thing, Venus in Capricorn will show up. It shows up for the people that it's most connected to, that it feels passionately for, and that they're kind of on the same vibe. So there's definitely a lot of that. It's intense, and the moon will finish off the day with the south node in Sagittarius. So I do think by the end of the day, we might get a little serious about where we truly feel things are going with relationships and people today, because we're searching for the buried treasure of connection during this lunation. And I think this is where we're definitely seeing breakdown, breakthrough, doors open, doors close. Hopefully doors opening and getting expanded. But again, we kind of have to be fearless about moving for our passions and what the greatest merger is, and how to get through fears and blocks. But here we are with, a 4-degree a 4-degree Scorpio Mars squaring Saturn with a 3-degree orb. There's definitely going to be blocks up. There's definitely, it's like a giant stop sign. And especially with Mercury coming to meet with that Mars for the square to Saturn, that just looks like a giant, it looks like a traffic jam, if you will. Metaphysically, we can feel like we're at this traffic jam of having to really purge our fears to go after what we really deeply want and what the buried treasure is in our life. And that's where the magic's at, and that's where the alchemy's at. And I think that we can kind of feel like we are expanding those things if we're dedicating to definitely the right people that we can trust in life, with the right, to being our true authentic self and being totally open, totally vulnerable. And of course, Mercury's going to come into Scorpio today too. So we're like, wow, this edgy, Mercury's like, I'm finally done with my retrograde here in Libra. I have definitely from the inside out understood where relationships are going, and what's balanced and what is justified in my life. And now it's about wow, okay. Talk about investigative energy. Like, we're going to literally scrape everything we thought we just figured out and rehashed. Yeah, we're going to scrape the bottom of the barrel to make sure that it has the glue, that it has the ultimate connection. Are these attachments real? Especially with a Venus coming into Capricorn. Are they built for the long term here? It's very important. Is there a strong sense of knowing thyself to know another? And boundaries. Like, we're really going to go deep and understand our boundaries. So today brings up that big time, big shifty day. Like, wow, talk about a radical new moon energy, where new moons are pretty like chill, but this one's like, well, full throttle ahead. And now it's gonna, we got to be investigators for what that is. And I think Mercury helps with that, and it's going to meet with Mars, and we are seeing Venus and Mercury in a sextile, and they are Yod, the North Node, with 2 quincunxes to that 1 degree North Node in Gemini. And of course, Mercury is the dispositor of this North Node. Like, our greatest truth lies deep within. We got to have good boundaries so that we can create strong bonds and relationships. We have to be mentally powerful. We have to not let aspects of control or money, manipulate us. We got to be really smart, and like, we got to be deep thinkers. And that's one thing that is really going to be a benefit with Mercury coming into Scorpio here. There's a lot of Scorpio energy. Like, everything's deep. Our mind is going deep. We're penetrating into what all the possibilities are, what the greatest path forward, how to alchemize this physical world. We're illuminating that. We have energy to make this happen. And Mars is there saying, let's penetrate into exactly what we want and go get it. And the North Node's like, got to have your truth, got to have the information, got to have your environment locked down. And you got to be willing to express all of these passions, these desires, and what's going on with the future. And there's definitely magic out there. So I would say that today overall is definitely trying its hardest to have us open doors and shut doors that we're not passionate about. We don't need to keep putting our energy and our magic into things in life that we don't really. Do you really love it? I feel like this is this investigation that we're kind of all going through right now, and it's really what's taking us higher. It's what's going to take us further. But today's got breakthrough energy, especially if you're willing to look for your buried treasure and not just kind of believe that it'll show up with a South Node in Sag and the moon coming towards it, believing that things will just work themselves out. They could. I'm not saying that things don't have a way of working naturally, but there's something about getting in there and taking what's yours in reality right now, and what's going to bring you the most deepest emotional fulfillment, and what that means long term, and who's a part of that great merger and that great bond, and how can we be open enough with each other in life to trust each other and to trust ourselves on the deepest of notes. Love you all very much. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you had a great week. And I'll see you for the weekend forecast tomorrow. What intense times. That new moon didn't mess around in my life one bit. It instantly struck with an unpredictable relationship aspect in my life that I didn't see coming, but so it goes. 5 of Wands in reverse. This can definitely be a time where we're moving out of conflict. We're moving away from things that do not bring us happiness and open up our hearts. I feel like we sit in aspects of life too long because of a sense of responsibility to something that isn't of your truth or our own truth. And like, this is like, yo, no more of that. Time to get out of whatever is this block. And yeah, there's blocks up, but there's these blocks are showing you where, is it even worth trying to connect? Like, you got to ask those questions. Like, that's Mars square Saturn right now. Are these people really the glue in your life right now? Are these aspects, are jobs really the glue? Is all these different layers of reality, is it really meant to stick? Is the connection full? And if it's not, there's troubled waters, if you will. There's change and transformation, trying to bring in the greatest connection, the greatest. It could even be an obsession with so much Scorpio energy. Like, what do you want to be obsessed about and love and need and want? Mars is trying to get that right now. And I think we can get out of areas with that card, that Five of Wands, that aren't bringing that. Why do we get that? The Four of Cups in reverse. It's like there's this gift trying to show up that's really trying to bring change and bring in the passion that we're looking for. But we really want to turn the tables and not keep ourselves in conflicted moments, or not push away God's gift just because it might look bad initially. And that's kind of what Scorpio can do. It can kind of look bad initially, or scary, or dark. But when you get in there, there's something beautiful that ends up showing you how to rise up, that ends up showing you and giving you a lot of strength, and like a graduation moment onto the next. And I feel like that's out there for us. What's the overall? The King of Swords. I mean, I feel like we have to, like, it does feel a little cold, but it's like those kind of like cold decisions for what you're truly passionate about, and really like, what do you really want? Like, those are powerful. Those are trying to cut through a lot of BS that we may be putting up with in life. And it's like, how much BS do we want to sit in during such a radical time of transformation and change? Like, we don't even know what the next experience is. We don't even know what's out there, but we like hold ourselves away from that a lot of times in life. And I think this is where we can like really make sharp decisions about where the future can go, by going towards the full passion, full connection that we want to build and take part in. And hopefully not waste too much time dealing with areas that do not bring that, or keep us in conflicted moments with people in our life, or with even just within ourselves. So, powerful Friday. I love you all very much. I'll see you for the weekend forecast. Mañana. Peace.